on to the morale phase. Yeah. Well, let's do a quick summary of what happened during the fighting phase.
Yeah, summary it.
What did happen? Let's see.
I lost a bunch of Blade Guard vets and aggressors, and my captain and my lieutenant.
Yeah. So there's just a librarian left.
Yeah.
Hanging out with this one eradicator.
Yeah.
There's 2 aggressors.
Yeah.
There's one aggressor? And a blade guard?
There's 3 aggressors.
3 aggressors, 1...
And 1 blade guard.
Yes.
And then
the apothecary there. And then the 2 eliminators are there, and then the 3 devastators there.
Yep.
It was quite the stalemate over here. A true battle of attrition between the gargoyles and the devastators.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just the shrieking goodness of these gargoyles flip-flopping about.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now we've got some morale. Aaron, you've got some...
My last CP is going into a stratagem called Psychotropic Venom.
Ooh.
I get to pick a unit that's within range of a Lash Whip unit, which is my warriors.
Yeah.
You have... I'm going to pick the aggressors.
Yeah.
And what it does is it gives -2 to your leadership and -1 to combat attrition.
Ooh.
Same thing as the horror, but it's a stratagem. So.
Ooh, cool. Okay, so I will just do the Devastators first.
Okay. They have the horror, so they do have a -2 to their leadership as well.
Yeah. And so they have 7, so it's at 5, and they've lost 2.
Okay, so you need to roll that.
The 1, that's what you needed to roll.
Yay!
Excellent.
Now the aggressors, they've lost 2.
Yeah.
They've lost 2, so it's basically the same roll.
No.
Oh, with their leadership better?
They've got the sergeant still.
He's leadership 8.
So he's leadership 8.
Yeah. Okay, so leadership 6.
So you need to roll a 5 up and then you run.
They got the horror?
No, he just did that strategy.
Oh, yeah, okay, gotcha. So 2, okay. So...
that's the worst roll you could possibly do.
One of them runs away.
And you cannot re-roll that.
Yeah,
Even if you had CP, you can't re-roll it. So 1 runs away.
I roll the other 2.
And now you're below half strength. So on a 3, they run. And they both run.
Well, yeah, I got a 2.
Because they're part of the...
You -1 to combat attrition as well.
So on a 1 or 2, you're below half strength.
I had to just... There's the only way to not roll is a 1.
Was a 1.
Okay.
No, sorry, a 5 or... a 4, 5, or 6.
Oh,
they would be fine.
It's the other way with attrition?
Yeah.
So combat attrition, when you run away, you suffer combat attrition.
Yeah.
So if you roll a dice for each model in the unit.
Yeah.
On a 1, you run away.
Yeah.
If you're below half strength.
On a 2 and lower, you run away.
Yeah, and then -1.
Because you have a -1 from my stratagem.
It was a 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's all the aggressors. That's really good, because they had like 9 wounds that you still had to chew through.
Yeah.
See, that alone, all the different stuff to affect morale, is very Tyrranid. Everybody should be like, what the fuck? Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Run away.
Yeah. I would if I had CP, that would have been a moment spent, yeah.
Drukari have a lot of that stuff, but I've just never used it.
Your Blade Guard also as well. He has to
he'll have
to. He'll probably, the Blade Guard, he's leadership 9, and he lost 4.
So you need to roll
a 6.
I got a 2.
He's fine.
He's fine.
Okay, cool. Alright, and the aggressors, the Eradicators, I mean.
Yeah, they lost
the
4.
The Eradicators lost 3, and
3.
Just the Sergeant.
And he's fine, he rolled a 1.
Okay, cool. Man, that's not bad. This game's pretty much over.
You can come back.
With,
So it's my turn 3.
Sorry, what did you score?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You got your air denial.
Finally, so got 5 for that. Stand battle lines. I just needed to have 2 objective marker of my own deployment zone.
And 1 in no man's
one or
land?
more no mans, and I've got 2.
Fine, yep.
Because I do have OPSEC over there.
Yep.
So I get 5 for that. Assassination.
You killed the character.
I get 5 if 1 or more enemy character or warlord units were killed, or all character or warlord units were killed.
Yeah, you killed the warlord, so.
And a character, because I killed the other guy.
Yeah, so you got your points there.
So that's 5, 10, 15, 25 for that, plus I got 15 for...
Yeah, so you're at 40.
So I'm at 40 points.
Yeah, I don't score anything here, so it's my turn 3.
And you're not going to get...
Yeah, I get no prisoners. Keep the kill tally, that's not great, but I don't get any CP because
because you now no longer have...
Warlord. Yeah, I don't have my Warlord anymore.
And you don't... and you don't have your...
I thought you just have to...
No, you have to hold your home objective, and he does not.
Now. Yeah.
Because you've got... Actually, Aaron, you have it because you got 2 within 3.
Cool. So
that was completely unintentional.
then it's my turn 3, no CP. I would keep pretty much every. I guess the lieutenant would bring.
If the
down
librarian
what-
falls back, he can't use his psychic. He can't psychic.
Oh, he can?
No, if you fall back, you can't.
Hmm.
So you can't eradicate the hive tyrant
Yeah.
unless you give up your psychic phase.
Try it
Yeah.
anyway, see if you can kill him.
Well, one shot isn't going to do enough damage. So there's no way I can really get the.
When you get 2,
What?
because you're firing at the same unit,
Yeah, I get 2 shots.
you get 2
but,
shots. But yeah,
I mean,
I think
it would be better. It would be more damage than what I could do with 2 smites, I think.
you can't do 2 smites with the same character.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it would. So I'd fall back with that. I'd try to shoot them with the Eradicator. I'd bring back one of the
Blade guards.
guards, and then but they wouldn't be able to fight. Yeah, there's just
Sorry,
like
these
everything's
guys are
gonna
dead.
die.
Oh yeah, they were.
Yeah. But everything's gonna die next turn. Like I can't.
Yeah, this is a turn 3 table. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's pretty
I mean, I
because
can-
like this
I
is
can-
gonna. Well, yeah, that over there.
I
but-
can try to shoot that.
You
guy.
could probably kill that guy.
Can I? He's in the terrain, right?
You just be. He just get a bonus to his save.
So he's on a 3-up save. So
Okay, so I'm just gonna see how it goes because it's just 2 shots.
Yeah.
Hitting on 2s or yeah 2s. Okay, 2 hits. 5s on 5s, so 4s.
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's a 1 and a 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2. So I missed there. The Eradicator, if I just fell back, you got 2 in, and then he's wounding on. It's 8s on
7, so
Threes.
3s.
And are
3s,
you
then
staying
plus 1 to.
tactical?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'd be at 2.
You still miss 1.
Still miss 1. So if you wouldn't mind just rolling 1 save just to see.
4-up involved.
Right.
We got a 6.
He's very
Okay,
good.
so that's it. That's it. Like I just then you get to fight first there. You get to fight first over there. There's nothing.
Yeah, he gets to fight first. Well, this you would have fallen back there, but yeah.
So good game. Good game.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is. I don't think this is fair. Like I just don't feel like I made some mistakes with CP and positioning, but there's too much.
pretty
on the
punishing.
board. Like there's.
Yeah, I really think the Tyrranid warriors are very undercosted.
I think if you hadn't moved up to try and take the center board and made it easier for me to make those turn 1 charges, you would have had a lot left behind.
But they were all troops with like strength 4 guns. Like that, I did that because those were the ones that could die right away. The only thing maybe is if I kept the bikes back and then had 6 more, like 3 more Melta shots, or I guess it would have been 6. But 6 more Melta shots, like it's not enough. Like the Dreadnought would have. I shouldn't have put the Dreadnought up then, and then maybe the Dreadnought could have done some damage and fought there, but it's just like...
My plan with the Hive Tyrant was actually initially, I wanted to use Opportunistic Advance on the Hive Tyrant, get him to move 25 inches, because 8 plus is 17, and then cast Onslaught with the Neurothroat from safety, get him to charge, and the plan was to kill your Dreadnought, but then I was like, you know what, maybe I should go through the aggressors, because he could easily kill the aggressors. And then you put the Dreadnought right up front, I'm like, well, fuck it, it just was given to me. So that was just a mistake. And
I think...
But
there's a few mistakes, but...
It's hard to know. This is
none
all
of
very...
us knew what
This
to
is
really expect.
yeah. This is very new. I don't want to
If I
say.
was to redo this list, if I was to redo it, I take away these, and their slot goes for another Eradicator, and it would just been 2 instead of like a 4-man. It would have been 3 and 3. And I honestly think I really like the Devastators. But I'm not convinced the drop pod against you specifically is worth it, because there's never really a spot to drop in. I'd have to wait till near like turn 3. I'm kind of questioning, like, I think the Devastators might be worth it as like a back thing to fire. Like, I'm not sure if it's worth having a 3rd squad of Eradicators versus the Devastators, but I question the worth of the drop pod against you.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, because it's never
everything else
you-
performed kind of the way I thought it would.
because every time you've brought
Carnifexes easily.
Yeah.
Like after warp
So,
shielding wore off,
if I
Carnifexes dropped.
It's only though it's 135 points if I swap. So yeah, if I get rid of this and this, then I can bring the same list just with 3 eradicators instead of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be better, but I don't think it really changes much. Like
it's like it's gonna be like we're all gonna be learning
yeah,
how to deal with it.
yeah.
I'm curious to see how Drukhari do against this.
Me too. I think they're still going to have a
There's
really
defi-
strong advantage.
Oh yeah, of course, because like Drukhari have felt the nerf bad hard,
I feel like
but
if almost everything you have just goes up some points, so you just have literally less of everything.
it's just
I
fresh.
think we'd have a very fair matchup. Like you'd have crazy swing, but I swing back, and like we'd have a pretty good game. It would feel closer to what it was before your codex. I just think that there's like you have almost too like.
It's a little
there's
over-
units
it's a
that
little-
literally didn't do anything other than sit there.
Yeah, it's a little overtuned right now,
Yeah.
and it'll get turned down or made appropriate. They have made appropriate nerfs when they've needed them. It just sometimes takes them a little while to balance.
Aside from the warriors, everything went up. The Neurothrope went up only 5 points. The Zoanthrope stayed the same. Parasite, he never existed before, so it's hard to gauge. Prime went up 20 points. The Exocrine went up 15. The Malscepter went up 15. The Hive Tyrant is pretty much the same, but now I've lost the ability to have a gun and weapons.
But you
aside,
gained
a
like
lot.
either strength
Oh, yeah.
or more tough. Like every
Their
unit
toughness,
that went
the
up on points.
toughness boosts are
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Did that become applicable?
The bolter fire would have been like normally
Slightly
it would have
better.
been even like
Stuff.
normally bolter trade against your warriors is worth it. Now I'm almost thinking like I have to go 3 tactical squads to fill up the battalion, and because like there's no real point in having like assault 4 damage bolters. They just didn't do anything.
That's true.
So it's better to have like 4 inaccurate bolters and then 1 really accurate Meltashon.
Yeah. I think if and when the warriors get their debuff, instead of having 2 squads of 7, I might have 1 squad of 9, and just have a big blob moving up the board.
Because they're basically, for whatever reason, they're troops when I feel like they should be elites. Because they're basically a Terminator. Essentially, a little bit. Well, now they're toughness 5, so they're the same toughness as a Terminator.
The only reason I feel like they're kind of okay as troops is because GW is like kind of pushing Space Marines a little bit towards the heavy intercessors, and that's like the toughness 5, strength 5 guns. Like they clearly want everybody to have to pay the premium to get like the guys with strength 5 guns and strength 5 toughness.
I definitely don't pay a premium for the warriors.
Not right now.
205 points to give them all adrenal glands, all flesh hooks. I get 2 venom. Like I don't pay for venom cannons. Oh no, sorry, they're 5 points for a venom cannon. They used to be 20.
Yeah.
Like what the?
But the
fuck?
venom cannons are,
I don't know.
Well, like he's shooting at Space Marines, like he's shooting at Eldar or Tau or
with
Gene Stealer cult.
well,
like,
it's
two
just a
days-
lot of like 1 damage shots with 2 AP is still pretty impressive though.
No, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the venom cannons. The
Oh
big
yeah,
boys.
the venom cannons are great.
Yeah, strength 8,
yeah,
D3
the venom
blast,
cannons are great. Yeah.
AP 3 damage 2. Like they're chewing
Yeah.
through.
Those are only 5 points is ridiculous.
Yep.
You're
Absolutely.
basically
That should be at least 10 minimum.
getting like an
Minimum.
overcharged plasma profile for 5 points.
Pretty much,
Like,
yeah.
It's
I
ridiculous.
think
I pay so much to have the Hellblasters, which are literally just
plasma
intercessors
squad,
with,
yeah.
Plasma, and then you get 5 points for that.
Yeah.
It's-
The fact that I don't pay adrenal glands per model anymore, it's just a flat 15 for
The whole
entire
squad.
unit, regardless of size. Stupid. And that's what makes them so fucking powerful. That gives them extra movement and extra strength. And then their bow and swords giving them +2 strength. But like a troop hitting at strength 8 is stupid.
Yeah, troop choices hitting at strength 8 seems
Yeah, like
really broken
so
to me.
think of it this way: if I were to run High Fleet Leviathan with a squad of 9 warriors, let's say, Leviathan has a solid transhuman for any synapse creatures.
Yeah.
You can only wound them on 4s. So let's say you got a knight. I throw a squad of 9 warriors at night. You can only wound them on 4s. I'm wounding you on 4s, sure, but I get 35 attacks. You get 6, 7.
For in melee.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get 6. Yeah, I think you get 6 with a sword, or 12 for the stompy
The
feet.
assumption is
Right,
the knight
like
would get at least 1 round of shooting into the warriors.
True.
It's the assumption, but
True.
But still, you're only wounding on 4s.
It didn't come up, but I do have a strategy.
Because usually
for warriors to -1 to incoming damage.
So they might what might happen with the
because if somebody's hitting you with damage 3 weapons, because they've got 3 wounds.
Right. Yeah. It goes from killing 1 model per wound to now killing 1 model for 2 wounds.
what might happen with the Leviathan is they'll put a strength cap on the thing.
Maybe.
Because that's what happened with Drukhari. Prophets of Flesh got a strength cap. Anything above 8, strength 8, it doesn't apply anymore.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Shackle
Yeah.
gets with the works. Gets
Yeah,
the
same thing.
it's
So
surprising that you
most
get
likely
faction-wide a better-
that will happen to bring it in line with what's already
For
established.
Leviathan, I think.
Which is it's a little confusing why they didn't just bring it in line with what's already established already.
Because they write the base codexes like literally 6 months ago, probably even longer.
Oh, true.
They're writing like all of the edition codex. I feel like they're like at the same time they're like, okay, 9th edition, everybody go and write, but then they spool out the release, and I really feel like this time around because of COVID, like they planned for 9th edition, or yeah, they planned for.
They should have been
9th
done by
edition,
now.
Like we're gonna release these codexes pretty quickly, and then like everything kind of fucked them with the world shipping and COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they like everything. If you just took the books exactly as written, the original books of all the factions, they're probably like
A lot
reasonable.
more balance.
Like, yeah, well, it's like it just everybody would have utterly ridiculous stuff. The Necrons and Space Marines at the beginning would clearly be overcast, but like
Yes.
Orcs would have their buggy spam, Admech would have their flyer spam, Drukhari would have their cheap ass raiders and all their super undercosted melee goodness.
60 point succubuses.
I feel like in a world where the codexes originally came out, perhaps they were all balanced, but once you
But they're
try
all
to
cheesy.
but once you try to start balancing them all like one
As
by
they
one,
come- yeah.
then it gets really weird because now the Tyrranids come in really overpowered, which
Oh, yeah.
perhaps they would have been like reasonably.
And then the
unpowered
knights are,
now.
then the knights are gonna come in, and then we're gonna probably be talking about the same thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I've been saying this for the longest fucking time. Nids didn't need anything. I didn't need a new codex. They were competitive as they were. Now, yes, it feels, they feel like Tyrranids. They feel like they're supposed to be that big, scary, unstoppable swarm that's coming in to devour your planet. 'Cause
But factions that really need codexes, like the Astra Militarum or Chaos Space Marines, really need it right now.
They could have delayed me even longer for my codex and given one of those other armies something that's well needed.
They've been doing a pretty good cycle of doing like an Imperium and Chaos as Xenos. Like
That's true.
It hasn't felt like it's really out of
I
sync
suppose.
there, and it did feel like this was.
Well, then why did
the
they pick
Tyranid
Nids
time.
and not Chaos? Chaos needed more than I do.
Well, because they've already done Death Guard and Thousand Suns, and they're just about to put out the
Chaos. The knights and the both knights are coming out next.
Yeah. So it's literally Chaos gets released next. So this was just the Xenos time around.
So aside from all this shit that we're all kind of like that's
Complaining about, but
right?
yeah, we all complain about this stuff all the
What
time.
do we like? What do
I
we
love
like
the
about it?
Synapse is fantastic.
I love it.
Love that. Really fluffy, really cool, tons of fun.
Yeah, the whole dynamic of picking your own doctrine, the synaptic imperatives,
I like that.
super fucking cool. I think Warp Shield in turn 1 is going to be the
Pretty consistent as long as you're bringing the zoanthropes.
You just need a squad of 3 and you have access to it. Man.
Yeah.
And there's even if you kill them in turn 1, there's a
You
strategy
still got it.
to let me use the synaptic imperative for a unit that died. So it doesn't even
I don't mean to be kind of like a negative Nancy, but it feels almost auto-include. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't imagine any reason why you wouldn't do
I
that.
will always bring zoanthropes.
Like, unless
Yeah.
there's another one that gets you some kind of, like, better charge when you're like, I don't
Nope.
care about damage.
Do you have
I
a?
just care about, I just care, like, I don't care about defense, I just want to go for
Yeah.
offense.
Hmm.
Unless there's some trade-off that way that kind of works. Like, to me, it's just like,
No, not really.
this is redonkulous when they took this custom force field stuff away from the orcs, and now they're just straight giving it to you. And it's
Yeah.
like, it's just like you're getting stuff that other factions used to have. And
Yeah.
I really feel
Yep.
like they'll turn that into a 6-up very quickly.
Maybe.
And so Aaron, do you have an MVP, like a kind of a favorite from this, other than from playing right now?
Not a single one unit that is my favorite.
The Hive Tyrant.
With
killed
wings.
every-
I was gonna say the Maliceptor.
The Hive
was
Tyrant
pretty
is
cool.
my favorite Tyrannid model
I
ever.
would say
So yeah, he
them or the Zoanthropes were definitely the two, because the amount of mortal wounds.
No, the Maliceptor did way more
yeah, the fact that he every time he casts on 7
because he was doing those splashes.
Oh, that's where the splashes came.
Yeah.
Okay, those splashes of just guaranteed damage afterwards.
Oh,
Yeah.
stupid.
That
And if
100%,
you
yeah.
didn't have your 5-up shrug, my psychic phase would have
Yeah.
killed 2, 3,
Yeah.
maybe 4 units
Yeah.
at a time. Like stupid.
Yeah, and then
Absolutely stupid.
I lose so much damage in the melee phase
Yeah.
after making that trade.
Or
I could have had longer range guns.
honestly, man, everything did its job except the parasite.
Oh, and the Exocrine is good
You
too.
almost didn't even need him. Like you didn't do much because you didn't.
I
Really...
needed him for screening purposes.
Yeah.
Just like one model back here to
Yeah.
stop you from bringing in
But
your
for
pod.
screening purposes, you could have just had more rippers.
True.
Yeah.
True. I could have brought. Yeah. Too bad I didn't get to spawn any of them out of your chest.
I don't. I think the gargoyles, even at strength 5, they just. I think the gargoyles are a little bit.
You should have brought the Harpy, man.
But
It's almost
like-
like some lists.
I mean, obviously, this is the first time trying
you
stuff.
could take away the gargoyles and like maybe something else, and there you've got gene stealers. You know, like I don't think you're a lack for anything. I just think that if anything whiffed, it would it was them.
Like when you read the codex and you read the lore from the Nids, they're supposed to be highly adaptable. They're supposed to have an answer for every defense or offense that Imperium or other Xenos armies come up with. That's the point of Tyrranids. The hive mind is always adapting and forcing evolution at the flick of a finger. So that's the point. That's what Nids do. They live up to that. It is too much. But that's...
I think point cost increases will help,
Agreed.
and there's a few things that there's a few things you can turn down, but we'll see what
I
happens.
think it's too like the only.
It's
reason-
AdMech all over again.
Well, the only reason the mortal wound output felt fine is because I'm pretty dang lucky at rolling 5.
Yeah.
Like, I think their mortal wound.
You definitely rolled a stupid amount of
In my
5s.
opinion, you could take every mortal wound bonus they have and just have it.
Yeah.
Like, and then it would still be fine because you'd still have your fighting and shooting after that.
Yeah, because he's still a combat monster too.
Yeah.
Like, not only is he
Yeah,
like
so
brain
I
melting
think, like, you do
motherfuckers, like he's
twice
actually like stabbing shit.
You do twice as much mortal wounds as I think, and I think having that like invul save on everybody, a 4-up invul save on everybody, is.
And most likely,
It
your
should be a 6.
Carnifexes are going to lose core.
I don't know because
They will.
Dreadnoughts have core,
Dreadnoughts of core.
They're not dreadnoughts.
but they're the equivalent of Dreadnoughts.
Talos and Kronos have lost it. They're going to lose it. I guarantee it. I guarantee they will lose it eventually.
The opportunity for me to
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, but I'm pretty sure they're going to lose it.
Like I only buffed the Carnifex, the one with the shooty, once. I gave him the +1 to hit, and then he died right away. So kind of a bummer, but whatever. It would.
I mean, we'd save something up. Like there was just so many targets.
Yeah.
to pick.
Anyway.
I should have killed that.
Yeah.
Now it's such
Anyway, that was a good game, guys.
Yeah, that was a good
Good
game.
first run for the Tyrranids.
a
We will check in next time. Have a good day, guys.